I was looking in the local newspaper and I saw that a local professional rugby team were using it, a form of altitude training. So I was reading about it, did a little bit of research on the internet, and then by chance I happened to meet one of those rugby players at a function. They told me that, all you had to do was, sit down in a chair. It was quite passive. You weren't in a chamber. So I actually asked if I could, go and, meet the guy that was organising it and see if I could use it. Well, I'd done a lot of research on the internet, and I'd seen that mainly it was for, what I thought was it was mainly professional athletes, but that they had enhanced body performance and that there were also lots of other benefits, such as anti-aging, helped with fertility, it increased your body performance, and it just made you look good and feel good. And to be honest, I'm vain, so I wanted to look good when I was older, so I gave it a go.
Well, when we were introduced to it at Salford, we got told that obviously that it'd make us fitter, make us faster, make us stronger. So obviously we were introduced to it about 3 years ago, and when they told us that, obviously the benefits side of it, I thought it could help me a lot in my game, developing things.
Yeah, the main reason for me doing Just Breathe is because my father and both his brothers have got diabetes type B, and I want to prevent myself from having it later on in life. And also both my cousins, older cousins, are both suffering from it now.
My GP had prescribed me lots and lots of medication, antidepressants, sleeping tablets, and I wanted something different. I didn't want to depend on medication. I wanted something different.
Well, I booked a climbing trip to Kilimanjaro, and I knew that over the period of time before it, I'd no problem getting myself fit enough to do the climb. But you're always worried about what the altitude have the effect it's going to have on you. So I just didn't want to leave anything to chance. The plan was to use Just Breathe and get myself acclimatised before I made the trip.
I hardly use my inhaler anymore, and I can just go on and on running. I don't have to stop and take puffs on my inhaler anymore.
Oh yeah, the first year we did it, it showed because we were a top 6 team. We finished 5th in the league that year. We beat some top teams, we ground out wins. We'd win 18-17 some weeks, and then obviously the games that we did win, we lost about 10 matches by a point or 2 points. So we were there or thereabouts in every single game, and you could just tell from the whole team, everyone was talking, the concentration levels, everything was just there.
I still felt the changes in altitude, the breathlessness as you go up, but the biggest difference was I seemed to acclimatise very quickly. Within an hour, I was feeling fine at the different changes. For example, when we got to the top, got to Gilman's Point, I could tell the height I was at, and I felt a little bit lightheaded at that point. Within an hour of walking around the rim towards the main point, I was fine, very clear-headed, found it very, very easy. The altitude had no significant impact on the climb for me, and I think that was because of the Just Breathe.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I haven't taken any medication whatsoever for nearly a year now. I don't have headaches, I'm not tired. Apart from a last bout of sickness from work, I haven't suffered from my chronic fatigue at all.
I was actually really surprised because when I'd been doing my research on the internet, I'd seen that Lance Armstrong had used it and lots of other athletes, and I thought, well, gosh, if they use it, it must be difficult. So I was really surprised when it was very easy. You just sat down, relaxed in the chair, and it was very, very easy and convenient to use, and I really enjoy using it.
What it's done, it's encouraged me to sit down, to use the system, and because I know the benefits from it, it just slots into day-to-day living.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I fit it around my training basically, and when I know I've got a tough week of training, I won't be doing the oxygen. I've done the top-ups every 4 weeks and that, so I found the system extremely easy to use, yes, especially fitting it in with the amount of training that we do here. It's just enabled me to use it a lot better.
Yeah, it's easy to use. I don't have it at home. I've got it here in the office, so it's very convenient for me to use. I can either use it in the morning or first thing when I come in, or later on in the evening before I leave. It's not even a problem if I'm going away for a day. I use it early one morning, and the following day when I get back, I use it in the evening. For 15 days, it's not a problem.
I'd recommend it for anyone and everyone because it's absolutely simple to use, and quality of sleep, quality of fitness I've got now. Don't have to use my inhaler anymore. Well, I use it now and again, but it's very rarely that I use it. But my fitness levels have just gone through the roof now, so I'm well happy with it.
I've already bought one, just for the convenience of it. My sister and my mother both work here, and now I'm trying to get my dad to, he controls his diabetes by form of exercise, so I'm trying to get him to do it just to try and reduce it.
I would, because I'm definitely committed to keep up and doing the top-ups with the Just Breathe. It's definitely made a huge impact to me, so definitely would be doing it. I also persuade the wife to do it, so if it's at home, I'm sure she will. So yeah, we'd definitely buy one.
Definitely. As I say, it keeps me fit. It keeps me healthy. I like to think I look my best. It's an investment in my future. I mean, because I believe, and I tell my friends often, that if you leave your life to chance, you're really just playing a lottery. So you know, if you invest in your future, you're investing in your health, aren't you? So yeah, it works.
Definitely. I wouldn't, to be honest, be truly honest, I wouldn't be without it now. I wouldn't go back to taking any medication, and I rely on this system because I know it works, and it works for me.